Hey everyone, today I am going to try something new. I'm going to make some strawberry jam that I've learned from the HOMESTEAD HEART channel on YouTube, and we'll put that link below. But to get started, I had to go buy some canning material to get this. We had a few because of our family used to can quite a bit, so we had some of the stuff here. But some of the other stuff has gotten lost or is at different homes. What I did was I purchased some of these. Let me walk over here and show you. Purchased some of these canning jars, these little ones. They're not the big ones or the medium-sized ones. They're the half pints. We didn't have a pot that was like the big canning pot, so we are using like just a 5-quart pot, and then on the inside, I'll show you in just a second, I didn't have one of the racks that you use. Like we have this rack that's for the great big pots of canning, but that's for the middle rack and we didn't have the bottom rack. So what I did was I took some of the rings on from the lids and I put those on the bottom and made the circle so that the glass jars were not sitting on the bottom as they were going through the boiling process. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop up some of the strawberries. I bought 3 2-pound containers of strawberries, so I got 6 pounds of strawberries, and according to Mrs. HOMESTEAD HEART, you use some Granny Smith apples, so I got some of those too, and I got some sugars to make this one. So we're going to hop over here, chop up some of the strawberries, peel the apples, and get started. All right, so now what I have is I have my strawberry and apple mixture. And then the next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm going to add 6 cups of sugar to this mixture, and then we're gonna start cooking it. This doesn't need any pectin because the natural sugars in here will actually make it gel up like jam would, so that you don't have to worry about that. So let's get to adding the sugar. We have the sugar combined. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put it on the stove and we're gonna cook it for about 40 minutes or so until the sugars break down. So we're gonna just start cooking. We have to stir it constantly because we don't want it to stick to the bottom of our pot. We just about had it boil over like crazy because I turned it on like a medium high heat, and then I turned it up higher to get it going about 20 minutes in. And so now what I'm going to do is I've got it on a lower heat to let it start to simmer. All right, so right now what we're doing is we're filling our jars. And we're going to leave a 1/4-inch headroom. After we debubble, I'll show you how to do that. So there are a few things that are helpful. This funnel is very helpful when doing canning, especially with liquids. And then also a grabber. I don't know what the official name is, but this is what you use to get the jars out of the hot water so you don't get burnt. And then take some white vinegar and go around the rim so that you clean the rim so that there's nothing on here that could cause you to have a false seal. All right, so that's gonna do it for this video on the strawberry jam. One thing I didn't mention is after you're done boiling in your water bath in your pot, make sure that you let it rest for another 5 minutes before you take it out, so that you can let it sit. And then once you hear the pop, you know that they're ready to go and that they are all set. And then the last thing I did is just at the top, wrote the date so that I remember what it is and what date I did it so that I can keep track of this. One thing I wanted to say before I left is part of the reason why I did this one is because we live in the city, we don't have a big garden, and this is something I just went to the store and bought some strawberries that were on sale and made some strawberry jam out of those strawberries because it was something that we could do in our town, and it's amazing. So we just made it happen because we could. All right, have a good day.